Happy Friday. What's the word, cuzzos? It's your boy Big Dog. Back with another one, man. It's been a super busy morning, so I couldn't go live on Twitch like I've been doing every day. But, still W mans. I'm gonna make sure y'all get what y'all need going into this 6 o'clock slate for the rest of the games today. Um, First and foremost, before we get started, I'm on propfinder.app currently. If you don't remember that, it's always in the description. In the description is everything I use with my promo codes to save you some money to get active. I also want to, before I start, y'all know if you in the streams, you know. So y'all know I do this all the time. So just make sure you screenshot this. Um, Boom. So if you don't know what this is, these are the parks that's being played in today that are top 10 for home runs to that specific hand. So, for example, Reds are the second best park for lefties. They're also the fourth best park for righties. So it's just giving you an insight on what the home run friendly parks are. You may use that, you may not, but I always try to show the chat this, especially if the stadiums have been switched. And kind of like, just like we target bad pitchers, I always try to target home run friendly parks to certain hands. So make sure you take a screenshot of this. These are the top 10 parks to left and right hands on today's slate. So, all right, let's get into this. I'm gonna make it quick. It's going to be quicker than usual because I don't have a chat to answer questions. Few things. I'm trying to treat it just like I do stream. If you're not familiar with this, some of the good things about this cheat sheet part, which you come to MLB cheat sheets, you got a few different things on the side that may apply to you or something you like. You got most homers versus pitchers. So we can see on the slate who got the most homers versus the pitchers they're going against today. Not only that, they do the line shopping for you. So it's telling you which book has the best odds for that player. So, for instance, Nemo has 3 against Antonio. Bale has 3 against Patrick Corbin. You also got most extra base hits versus pitcher. Extra base hits is doubles, triples, homers. And you can even see what they have. So, Josh Bale has 4 extra base hits, a double, 3 homers. Hit streaks, if you want to see who on like the longest hitting streaks right now, it'll tell you what their streak is, what their odds are today to get a hit, what their batting average is versus that hand this season, and let's say like a Jeremy Pena. If they have history against that pitcher today, they're also going to add what the batting average is against that specific pitcher as well. So you have a couple different things you can go through. Back to this, we're gonna start with Phillies Pirates. It's telling you here, rain partially, 74 degrees. It's a 64% chance of rain. Wind going out. I generally try to stay away from those rain games, but y'all know I'm still going to go through each game, and let's just try to find those best players who in position that can go yard today. If they're here to go yard, that means you can also take them for total bases. That means you can also take them for RBIs. That means you can also take them for hit run RBIs. Don't just fall victim to homers. It's a million ways to skin a cat. So it's different ways of making some money when we identify these players. Now, like I said on stream yesterday, this screen right here, if you are a person who don't necessarily care about the individual pitches, but you more so concerned about what they do against the hand of the pitcher they're going against, you never have to leave this screen. And what I mean is you can see the pitcher. So Joe Ross is a right-handed pitcher. This season, he's given up 5 homers, 1 to lefties, 4 to righties, with a 2.16 home run per 9. So on average, they're telling you he give up 2 homers to right-handed batters per game, right? Now, down here, same thing. You see all the odds today. If you see non-applicable, that means that person don't have a line yet, so they don't know if they're going to play. They don't know if they're going to play. But if you don't really care about the pitch mix, you can just look at this last 15 exit velocity average and their last 15 barrel percentage. So you can see O'Neal Cruz against right-handed batters. He has 11 homers. He's averaging 100 miles an hour exit velocity, which is hard as hell, with a 32% barrel rate in the last 15 at-bats, more recent. So if you don't care about that, you can kind of look on here and identify players that's just been hitting the ball hard against that hand pitcher. For me and most, if you want to see the pitch mixes, you click on the player. Now, what it's going to do is it's going to automatically generate. It knows which hand the pitcher is, so it automatically filled that in. And it's going to pick the pitches that pitcher throws to that hand over 12%. 12% is the threshold. Now, look here. When you click here for the actual pitches, you can see sinker, 20%. That's why they added it. Changeup, 17. They added it. Four seam. He also throw a curve in the slider, but pay attention. Neither pitch is over 12%, so it's not automatically generated. So that's one of the beautiful things about this. Something new that was added a couple days ago that I missed out on my stream that they've added on Prop Finder is versus bullpen. You're going to see that two different places. If you come up here, this is where you can see basically O'Neal versus Ross. So you can see he's 3 out of 4 with a 750 batting average. You can see what Joe Ross splits are. You can see O'Neal Cruz. O'Neal Cruz going against a right-hand pitcher. So you can see he got a 285 ISO with 11 homers. Out of his 12, 11 of those are to right-handed pitchers. But also versus Phillies bullpen. 5 for 12, 583 ISO with 2 homers. You can also see that here. I always come down here and I tell y'all, once we identify what hand the pitcher is, I always come here, put it on versus righties. So I can see this. Versus BP. This is their numbers versus that team's career versus current bullpen. So this is their career at-bats versus the bullpen of, we're on Pittsburgh, so of Philadelphia. So keep that in mind as well. Like, not only can you see this, but I like to look at it right here, to be honest. Because I can see versus BP, versus the bullpen, and then I'll look at versus the hand. And, of course, you kind of looking for, like, green versus the hand, and green, if you can, versus the bullpen. This is a no-brainer. No-brainer. Y'all know I tell y'all that threshold I'm kind of looking for is 95 exit velocity average and a 13 or 13% is the lowest, but like 20%. So I'm kind of looking for like a 95 exit velocity, 20 barrel percentage. So 100 average of 100 miles an hour is insane. So this is a no-brainer. We see he got 11 homers versus righties. He's doing good against their bullpen, even if they pull the starter fast. And he is smoking right-handed pitchers who pitch a four-seam changeup and or sinker. So O'Neal Cruz is a given. And it's so easy. Like, look at how fast I can go through a whole lineup just clicking because they're going to automatically add the pitchers, right? And you can see four-seam change, sinker versus lefties. If I go to a righty, it went slider, sinker, four-seam. It'll adjust by hand automatically. Brian Reynolds. We're going to keep an eye on this. He's at that 95 average, and I told y'all 13% is still a good barrel percentage. You just know when you see both of these bright, those like no-brainers. But a 95-13 is good numbers. So let's see if we can find anybody else in this game. And again, I can go through this whole lineup in 2 seconds just by doing this. So, again, so we know O'Neal Cruz is that's just the best, right? So for me, I'm looking at Brian Reynolds with a 95-13, and I'm looking at Henry Davis with a 90-20. I told y'all yesterday, when I'm stuck between like my runner-up, this is what I do. That's when I actually come here and look at this. So what I do is Brian Reynolds. I'm looking at how many hundreds? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then these are your last 9 at-bats. You can scroll, but I just, the last 9 at-bats is enough for me. So he has 4 over 100 miles. And then I see how many do he have that's green for distance, which is like 3 and some change and higher. So he got 4 and 1. Henry Davis has 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 with 2 400-footers, which is definitely, I can't believe this was 400 feet in a double. Crazy, right? That's why I pay attention to ballparks, because sometimes it's harder for certain people to get home runs in certain parks because of the wall, the distance, whatever. But if I have to pick my second between Brian Reynolds and Henry Davis, it's going to be Henry Davis. He got more bright green in this area, and then it's just hard to deny. A 20% barrel percentage is elite. Like I said, 13 is good. 20 is elite. So from what I'm seeing, O'Neal Cruz is the obvious choice. But if you want to go for value, which we can see, like O'Neal Cruz, 390. Brian Reynolds is 680. This value there. Henry Davis is plus 900. 9-1 odds with power like that. So that make me want that one even more. Even if I would have looked at that, if I would have looked at their odds, I probably would have went with Henry Davis just because his odds is higher. And I see you got some pop in your more recent at-bats, right? So we come over here to Philly. Same thing. I'm not writing nothing down so that it'll avoid people just skipping to the end. This is what we do these seminars daily. I'm just here to identify players. I'm not picking a certain person. So that's for you to pause, rewind, take notes for yourself, because I'm not going to write down anything for these players. We just identifying who in the best spots. So I always start from the top. I already seen. So Sword, another one, 94 average with a 27 average barrel percentage in his last 15. Remember, I love the last 15 because it's telling me who right now is locked in, hitting hard, hitting far. So Kyle Schwarber for sure with a 95 with a 27% barrel percentage. Bryce, he got the power, but I don't like that low barrel. See if we can identify a second player. Try to get at least 2 off each team. So from what I've seen, I thought I seen somebody that might have been decent. Kyle Schwarber. And again, there's too many games. Don't force nothing. So I was at least trying to see, do anybody else have a 10% barrel rate at least? You got Trey Turner with a 90-13 if you want to use him as a secondary option. I don't see nobody else I like that got the barrel percentage more consistent. So I'll say Trey Turner. Kyle Schwarber, 320, obviously. Trey Turner is 560. Good value there with the power that he do have. Let me see something. Kyle Schwarber. And again, you can see like versus bullpen. You can come here. You can see like who got. Trey Turner got 2 home runs against a bullpen in 30 at-bats. Kyle Schwarber, not the best in 29 at-bats against them, but still, that's not going to stop me from seeing what you're doing against this starting pitcher. All right, we move. Rangers, Nationals. 80-degree weather, 6-mile-an-hour winds going to left field, left center, however you want to look at that. Good weather, though, for carry. You always looking for hot temperatures, of course, no rain. High humidity, and then you looking for especially games where it's double-digit mile-an-hours going out to outfield. So keep that in mind. Patrick Corbin. So on the season, he's given up 9 homers. You can see, like, to lefties, he's given up roughly 2 home runs a game to lefties, 1.5 to righties, even though he's given up more. But it got to do with the average of the at-bats and the homers given up in that amount of at-bats. So that's why you see a higher home run per 9 where he actually have did less home runs, right? Same with Soroka. 6 homers, 5 of them to lefties with a 2.5 home run per 9. He giving up roughly 2 home runs a game on average to left-hand batters. So we just start over here. Let's go. Boom. All right, we're gonna start at the top. They're going against what are they going against? A left-hand pitcher. Wood. So far 96-13. I like this. I usually be looking for the splits, seeing that it's a left-hand pitcher, but you can make that exception for Corbin because he giving up home runs to both, and he's giving up 2 home runs per game to lefties on average. So Wood with that 96-13 so far. See if we find anybody else. 98. I love the exit velocity, but ain't no barrels, and you can see over here he don't got no green distance. Okay. So I guess make sure I ain't tripping. Yep. So out of here, the only thing I really like, and you can see that against versus lefties. Okay, so he got 5 homers versus lefties. So yeah, I only see this James Wood. 96-mile-an-hour average exit velocity and a 13% barrel. Anything over 10 is good. The higher you get, the better for the player. So again, you just take these people down and then you play process of elimination by what you have left. So I only see James Wood for that. And it's going to be games like that. Again, don't force it because it's too many players and games on in a day for you to have to force anything. Again, I like the 95 average. That's elite level, but I don't like this lower barrel percentage in these last 15 at-bats. Another one, 100 miles an hour with a 7%. He's hitting everything he touch is being hit hard. Only problem is he not getting them. Look at these launch angles. Ain't none of these balls that he hit over 100 going up. Everything is going straight or down, which you could tell by these launch angles. When it's a sweet spot, that perfect launch angle, it's going to be like this. It's going to be green. When it's a far distance, it's gonna be green. Man, Langford, another one. Like none of these is getting the barrels I want. Okay, here we go. We got a burger, 92.20. So far, that's the best, especially with that high barrel percentage. And if you notice, without even looking up here, you can kind of tell who good when you start seeing just with these 9 at bats. When you see like a lot of green all over the place, that's a good indication that you own something. Oh my God, Corey Seager. Hold on. Okay, so this is by far the best one. 99 with a 27% barrel percentage. Nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. Like damn near 100 miles an hour with a 27% barrel percentage. It's crazy. So Corey Seager is by far the best option in this game. And I would say if you want somebody that's like a secondary, Jake Berger with the 92.20. And Jake, where they at? Jake Berger is 430 on Fanatics. Corey Seager is 350 on Best 365 with the best odds. So those are the two that I like from that game, from that team. Now here we go. Red Sox, Yankees. Couple things. 80-degree weather, beautiful. 8 mile an hour going out, beautiful. But on top of that, in case y'all forgot, Yankees are in the top 10 for lefties, top 5 for righties. So basically, to both hands, it's a home run friendly park. That's one of the main things you want to know. You got Bueller, who's given up 8 homers. He has a 2 home run per 9 to righties, so that's roughly 2 a game. 1 to lefties, and then you got going against Will Warren, who's given up 5 homers and 4 of those to lefties. So let's go in here and see what we're dealing with. Aaron Judge, 94.20. Y'all know I usually don't click on him, but I had to. This is unacceptable. 8 days a week. I'm never playing nobody for no home run at anything less than plus 200 and some change. That shit is too hard to do for that just to be like a given. You don't know. We go for value. So let's see who else we can identify. Oh my God. Volpe, this is the highest barrel percentage we done seen yet in the last 15 at-bats. He's smashing shit. So 91.33, interesting. Keep that in mind. Ben Rice, he got the power, but he don't got the what's the name? Grisham, Wells. Okay, here we go. 95-13, Austin Wells. And that's good that we see that these lefties, because he give up all his homers to lefties. 92-13. Okay, so our options is Volpe, Wells, Chisholm. I'm going to say the best one out of these. Again, sometimes I have to come here and see who just more consistently. 391, 371, 383, 425. He got 1 over. Oh, no, not him. Volpe. I'm not going to lie. I think I like Volpe the best out of these. But again, I'm telling you right now, it's Volpe and Wells. They got the same. So Wells, yeah, okay. It's Volpe and Wells. What's their odds? Wells is 475. Volpe is 630. What is Jazz? 450. With 7 homers, 6, 5. For me, like I said, I think I like the Wells and the Volpe. But of course, y'all looking at what I'm looking at. So if you want to go Jazz, by all means, go Jazz. But I feel like that 33, I got to add Volpe in there. That 33% barrel percentage in his last 15 at-bats against that pitch mix, you can't, you like I said, 20 is elite. 33 is crazy. So those are 2 that I'm going to go with on there. But if you want to go the Jazz route because he is a lefty, all props to you. You can't go wrong with either. All right, 95-13. Let's see, we got 92-13. Trevor Story. Look at his last 4 at-bats. He I don't know if he just coming around to it or whatnot. This 36 mile an hour. And that's what I meant to say. I'm going to ask them about that. Is there a way that we can eliminate the sack bunt? Because this 36 mile an hour is what crucified this average. 107, 105, 109, 103, his last 4 at-bats. This 36 or 37 mile an hour is what crushed his entire last 15 at-bat average. So take that with a grain of salt. But again, 20% barrel. That is elite level barrel percentages. He got 400 footers in 2 of his last 4 at bats. So that might be a sleeper. 92. I'm looking for that one that just popped where both of them is just. I don't see one. So let's see. 95, 13. But then even here, like look down here, it ain't enough like green going on. Trevor Story. Abreu got a 394, 359. So I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say Trevor Story, and I'm going to say Will Abreu. Abreu is 340. Story is 700. Yeah, those are the 2 that I like the most out of there. If you've seen something different, you can write it in the comments. Let me know. Tag me in it. But right now, Trevor Story with the 20% barrel percentage and Will Abreu. And again, they're in the same stadium. So this is a home run friendly park to both hands. All right. Astros, Guardians. Ain't the best weather. Low percent chance of rain and winds coming in. So this is one of them games where I would probably ignore when I'm looking at everybody because I'm sure it's better situations throughout this day, right? I mean, throughout the slate. But we still, for fundamental purposes, we're going to still go through here and look. See if we can find us some gems in here. Manzardo, so far, boom, 21 barrel percentage. And again, you can see, when you see these green launch angles, that means that he is hitting it with the perfect arch every time. Do it go out every time? No. But that's a start. We at least need to start there. So Manzardo, the best one I've seen so far with the 92-21. Again, I would not be mad if I didn't see nothing in here. Because I don't like nothing I'm seeing anyway. So yeah, the only one I'm seeing is Manzardo, who is not applicable. So they don't even know if he's playing today yet. Or at least he don't got no lines up. When lines go up, it'll show and we'll just go from there. What we got going on over here? Okay, so let's look at this side. Altuve, Pena, Paredes, Walker. Damn. No, none of them good against lefties? Oh my. Cam Smith. This is beautiful, y'all, but I'm not y'all. If you know, you know. I can't make that I can't make that call off of 2 at bats because this 1 at bat where you smoked the ball made up for this terrible. You know what I'm saying? So I can't use that. But I like this 91-22, and then again, look at his last 9 at bats against lefties. 413, 369, 403, 360, 362. A lot of hundreds. Damn near everything he hit with that arch, which is definitely good to know that he a fly ball hitter. So Cam Smith, and his odds is plus 870. I love finding players like this that just have crazy value. And like I don't know, but that shit shows that he got what it take to go over. Willie, who knows? But 870 for this, a 91 exit average with a 22 barrel in his last 15 at bats. I'll take it every time. All right, Diamondbacks, Reds. Of course, if you don't know by now, Great American Park is by far one of the easiest. It's like top 3 to both hands. Good weather. This is the problem. The 60% chance of rain. So be very careful with this. To avoid any voids. Wind going out. Like I said, good weather. And then just on top, the ballpark itself is just super home run friendly. And that's actually a good thing because what better time to have people who giving up this amount of home runs in a hitter friendly park, right? So that's good to know, but just be very careful with the chance of rain. So Ellie, let's see. Friedel, Steer. And again, you look how fast I can get through these games. All you doing is looking for double greens here. At least to start. That's just to at least identify a full slate down. 92-11 is the top one I've seen so far. Nobody hitting good against this 91, but I don't know if he's gonna play. So the only one I really seen that had any type of is this. And then if you ever confused or don't know who to choose between or shit like that, just come down here and actually look at their last 9 at bats. It kind of lets you know who right now has been consistently hitting hard. He get all, look at this like little group right here. All the hundreds, perfect angles, hitting far. What more can you ask? So if I got to pick somebody from here, it's going to only be Tyler Stevenson. Nothing else stuck out at this 390. If you don't care about the pitch mix, you can go Ellie as well. Because just to lefties alone, with no pitches taken out or nothing, he averaging 94, 95 mile an hour, 24 mile an hour. But if you want to go more in detail and see it, if it's against the pitches today, which we've seen it wasn't. But if you don't care about the pitches, you can definitely go Ellie, who averaging 95, 24 in the last 15 at-bats of lefties, period. All right, now let's come over to AZ side. I'm surprised. This is a game that you would really want homers in if the weather permit. 20% barrel, and then you can round this to 90. So 90-20 so far. That's the only one. That's the top. He got the power, don't got the barrel. Not consistently. And that's all the averages are telling me, y'all, who consistently do it. This is the best I've seen so far. Tim Tawa, 92-13. That's by far the best one I've seen so far. So, hold on, what was he? 90-20 and 92-13. So it's definitely Tawa. Look, hold on, let me look at the most recent 9. 3, 4, 3, 3, 3. Yeah, Tawa the top option. Tawa, who is at plus 475, is my number one option. And if I got the backup would be Corbin. It ain't none of the people who I thought. That's why I love going off this. That's why I love being unbiased. I don't give a damn what your name is. You could have came from AAA last week. If your shit say you hit hard and far, hey, I'm running it. I'm running it every time. So just be careful of that game. What we got here? Cubs, Tigers, 66 degrees, 8 mile an hour going to, it looked like right field, right center. I don't know exactly which way that's going, but it's still going towards the outfield. Again, here are your pitcher matchups. Ben Brown, who's given up 4 to lefties. Scooble, who has given up all 6 of his to righties. So let's keep that in mind. All right, let's see if we can find us some gems. Who's in the best spot to go yard today? Riley Green? No. Torque? He hitting hard. He just ain't consistently hitting barrels. 89-13. Oh, here we go. Baez, Javier, 97-13. That is by far the best one we done seen. Superpower, and he got the barrel percentage. A good average. Again, I'm an average person because it kind of take out outlier games. If you always good and you had a bad game, it won't show that. You know what I'm saying? It'll average it out. So 97-13, yeah. This is even better. Hold on, let's get the, oh my God. You can do what you want with the Park Meadows. I just don't got a lot of at-bats, but I like Park Meadows. But it's just 4 at-bats since he came back. I don't know how to run that. But let's go back to this little 3 right here. 97-13, 95-27, 99-20. Okay. If I got to pick, it's these 2. Just because they averaged a higher, what's the names? Now, who out of these? 95-27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 99-20. 95-27. That's a toss-up. But it's definitely Torres and Dingler. Bays would be like that extra. Let's look at their odds. Where they at? Javier is 700. Dingler is 700. Torres is 850. Oh, my God. It is crazy value on all 3 of them. And again, let's see something. Hold on. Javier. Against a bullpen, 2 homers, 175 ISO. Torres, 65-2. Dingler, 1. We got 4 at-bats. Okay, so I wanted to see that. But, man, it's crazy value. Okay, let's see without the pitch mix who is actually 88-90. 88-7. Okay, so my top pick going to be Glaber. Torres. We seen the pitch mix, and then I'm looking here just to the hand alone. Yeah, so I I'm going Torres and Dingler. You're not wrong if you like Bays as well. They all right there, but I only try to stick with two. Glorias would be my Torres would be my first. Dingler would be my second. Bays would be that runner up. But all three of them, any three of them can go based on what we're seeing. Okay, now let's come on over here to let's start up here. Chicago going against a lefty. Watson, Tucker, Suzuki, 94-20, the best so far. The runner-up would be Kyle Tucker. He over 90. He at 13. But the best by far is Suzuki. These numbers is crazy. Look at his logs, crazy. What's the odds? 600 for Suzuki and 800 for Kyle Tucker is crazy. I get it. I get it why the Kyle Tucker is. Seeing that Scuba have given up 0 homers to lefties. That's why the odds are crazy. But we still see he has the power and the barrel percentage to where this actually is crazy. 8-1 odds for that is crazy. Seeing that he got 5 homers against lefties anyway. But if I had to pick one, Suzuki for sure. Suzuki for sure. White Sox Royals. 7:40 game, 63 degrees. Ain't the best weather. 7 miles an hour going to right center or right field. Seth Lugo, 11 homers. He's giving up 2 homers a game to lefties. So he's been getting cracked by lefties. Davis Martin, he's more even keel. He's still giving up 1 homer a game on average to both hands. 5 to 1, 4 to the other. Okay, so damn, Vargas. We got us another one, y'all, with that 33%. So you got 92-33. Let's see what else we see. 94-20. Okay, so this would be the best so far. 92-33. Benintendi. 94-20. It's more balanced, but let's see that. I might be them two. 93-13. Then I get to look in here. I'll be wanting to see your top. The closer to the top, I want to see more green, more recent. Where am I at? Michael Taylor. Oh my God. Okay, so Slater by far 99-29 is crazy. Do we go Benintendi? Hold on, where's that dude at? Seth Lugo. He giving up 2 home runs per 9 versus lefties. Okay, so 94-20. Okay, so I'm going to say Slater, it would be my first option. Benintendi, where's Slater at? Don't got odds. So if Slater don't play, it's going to be Benintendi and Vargas. But if Slater play, Slater would be my best option for me, my favorite from what I've seen, and Benintendi would be the runner-up. If Slater don't play, Benintendi and Vargas, with Benintendi being the top one. Because he clearly has a weakness to left-hand batters. So Slater and Benintendi. No Slater, you can go Vargas with the 33% barrel rate. It was just a little less consistent power. All right. Bobby Witt. All right. This is good to know, too, though, because what? To righties, he's giving up 5 homers. So Bobby Witt with a 97-20. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Do we have anybody else better or a second option? It's definitely that Lofton kid. I like him. So Bobby Witt is the clear favorite, plus 390. He's also the most favorite on that team. And Lofton, where is he at? Lofton. I've been chasing. Well, I ain't been chasing. The first day I acknowledged him, I think his odds was like plus 1,000 and he went yard. That's crazy value for something that we just seen who got a 91 exit velocity average with a 20 barrel rate. So that's your sleeper for sure. This nigga Lofton, that is your sleeper. But by far, the favorite would be Bobby Witt. Blue Jays Twins. Twins is another part in the last 2 years that's been better for home runs to righties. Remember that. I know that for sure to righties. Let me make sure I'm not tripping. Yep, Twins, number 7 best park to righties in the last 2 seasons. So, oh wow. To be determined, which is crazy because I thought they announced this pitcher, but I'm sorry, y'all, if I don't have no picture. That's that. I mean, I'm going through everything else. That might be one person or a team you're gonna have to go to. I want to say that they had said it was I don't even remember, but yeah, y'all might have to look at that one on your own. I think when I had looked earlier, it was Buxton and Correa that I liked. So keep that in mind. But I don't remember who the pitcher was. So we're gonna have to skip that one. But we can't come to this side. Oh, as far as the temperature, not the best temperature, 4 mile an hour coming kind of in. But I told you, 4 miles an hour ain't really enough to me. So Bailey over. Boba shit. 93-13. Easy. When they averaging 100 or more, that's just easy. 105, 100.5. So 101 and 20 by far. George Springer, 97-27. Oh, love. 99-20. God. Oh, my God. What do we do with this chat? Like, how are we going to engage this? Because there's options. We got to go with the 100. That got to be like number one. And he got the 20% barrel elite. He got 101. So we got to go with that for sure. Right? That's number one. 97-27. 99-20. 97-20. I can tell you right now. My second option gonna be Barger. The reason my second option is going to be Barger is more recency. So I told y'all I could just look at their last 9 at bats, right? So I'm looking at their last 9 at bats. Okay. Hold on, what? Vlad got 30 home runs. Is this right? Oh, last year. I'm tripping. Okay. I told y'all when I get stuck between players, remember, just think about it like this. The top is their most recent at bat to that hand and those pitches, right? So I'm trying to find the ones who are more recent. So what I'm looking at is all I look at is if I'm stuck between players, who got the most bright green? They both got hella bright green. But look at how in these last 9 at bats, George Springer's is closer to the bottom of the 9, even though 9 is just like literally like the last 2 days. Kirk, no, Barger is more up. It's more closer to his more recent at bats. But you can't go wrong. We're gonna look at the odds for all. But if I gotta pick two, Guerrera, Barger. But let me see something. Guerrera 525, crazy. Springer 550. Barger is where's Barger? 375. So they have Barger by the odds as the most favorite to hit out of these three. They got him as the most favorite. Then it's then Vlad, then George. I like Barger and Guerrero. You're not wrong for taking George Springer neither. So that would be like my close runner-up. And it was like, wasn't it like Alejandro? Like this crazy. This crazy. What's his odds? Shit. 800. This be one of them games where you just take a lot of people for hit run RBIs. This is a good same game parlay. I wish I knew what to see on the twin side, but just this side alone, we just seen 4 people that can any one of them can go yard from their numbers. Super elite numbers in their last 15 at bats. My favorites would be Barber and Guerrero, but don't kill me, y'all, because I didn't pick them and it'd be Springer and or Kirk. So I'm just saying. Don't kill me, man. Don't kill me. Because I'm saying it could be any of the 4, but I try to keep it at 2 so it's not super overwhelming. Padres, Brewers. Not the best weather, but you can see here that the roof will be closed. So really none of this matters, to be honest. None of this stuff matters. Right. Randy Vasquez. So Brewers are seeing a right-hand pitcher. Excuse me. Padres are seeing a right-hand pitcher. So why I just get the hiccups? Out of nowhere. Let's see if we got anything that's worth. He definitely got this. I wish this was higher. He got the barrel, but then he ain't consistent with the hard hits, which you can come down here and see. 75, 76, 67. You want to see groups, meaning back-to-back at bats of 100-mile an hours, 300 distances, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And 90-13. You see what I'm saying? Like you seeing like groups of them. Let me see if we can find anything better. Damn, he got the power, but it's like, what do you do here? Contreras was not 88-20, 90-13. It don't look good. Let's see who they got more favorite out of them three. Reese 475, Contreras 540, and I think the last person it was Bowers with no odds. I don't know, y'all. Y'all make that decision. But the only ones who even had shit worthy was Reese, Contreras, and Bowers. They wasn't the best numbers, and again, which is completely fine. That's just less names you got to worry about trying to sort through. But if you want to have to pick something, it's between Hoskins, Contreras, and Bowers. That's on you to pull. For me, when I even got to think this hard, I'm out of there. All right, so this pitcher has given up 5 homers, and all 5 was the righties. Chad Patrick. 95-13. So out the gate, okay, we got the numbers we need. 94-13. Let's see who in there further. Okay. 92-13. Okay, so it's between Tatis, Machado, and Merrill. I guess I would probably lean Tatis and Merrill. I mean, Tatis and Machado over Merrill, just because the one thing we do know, they all got the numbers, but we see that he gave up all 5 homers to righties. So you might as well just stick with the righties. Tatis is 340, and Machado was 420. So if I got to pick, it's going to be the Tatis or Machado. Tatis got 12 homers against righty. Machado got 2. If you got to pick, so I guess maybe Tatis, but it's going to be one of them 2 righties for sure. I love Merrill. You want to take it by all means you can, but I'm trying to stay at the righty since that's where his weakness is, right? Dodgers, Cardinals. It's good weather. 3-mile-an-hour winds coming in. That's not really going to be enough to affect nothing. Justin Robleski, a lefty is what they going against. Let's see. Start from this top. All right, versus lefties. It ain't too many homers they got against these lefties, but okay, here we go. Wilson Contreras, 94-20. He definitely in there. Hold on, who is this? Win, 93-13. So yeah, the clear favor will be Contreras, 94-20. Averaging off his last 15 at-bats. It's a nice split, left-hand pitcher versus a right-hand batter. So that's a good thing as well. So Contreras would definitely be my number 1. And then Wynn would be my second option. Contreras 560, Wynn is 540. That's crazy, y'all. They got Wynn actually more favored to go yard, even though it's close, but they actually have him more favored. So yeah, Contreras for me would have been my favorite. Wynn was the close second. We move to here. Okay, versus a righty. Shohei got 19 at bats. Let's see, versus ball. He got 2 against a bullpen. So yeah, there's that. Batter versus pitcher. He got a home run against this pitcher. And what is his odds? Please don't be in the 100s. Okay, see, this is the lowest I probably would go. Because 2 of these is a 10-1 plus 1,000. Right? 98-20. So, I mean, it's Shohei. We talk about this on Stream Order. It's Shohei. Andy Pages, 98-27. 98-20. So Pages is actually better. And I'm sure you're going to get way better value with him. Oh, Lord. Jackson. Look at this, y'all. Remember I said consistency? Look at his last 4 at-bats. 3 of his last 4 at-bats to this hand pitcher and them pitches is 400 feet. All of them is hit up with the arch to be launch angled. 108, 109, 104. Like, this ain't even fair. 133, that might be the best one we done seen. That might be the best one we done seen. So Max Muncy, 127. Damn. Okay, so look, it's obvious. It's Muncy and Hernandez. Pages is right there, and Shohei. But again, it's better value. Muncy, 520. Great value. Pages, 560. Hernandez is 550. I like the Muncy is like by far my favorite. And y'all look, last 15 to righties without even taking out pitches is a 97-29. Muncy is my first choice. Hernandez would be my second. Andy Pages right there with that close third. At the close third spot. So keep that in mind. Let me see y'all. Hold on. Close third. Okay. And if you want to go, if you care about this part, like Teoscar is also good because he's giving up 6 to righties. But they got, it's gonna be a lot of smacking shit going on tonight. So yeah, Max Muncy first option. Hernandez, my second option. I ain't mad at each. Pages is my third, and Pages has 8 homers against righties this year. Muncy 9, Teoscar 5. So you do what you want with that information, but they got a couple people in great spots. Rockies, we all know about Rockies Field. With their altitude, everything carry further with just the ball carry is insane, right? So that's a plus, and the wind going out. So both are pluses. It's a home run friendly park for that alone. Hunter Goodman out the gate, and this boy been smashing shit even before I even came down here and looked. 3 of his last 4 at bats over 400. You can't deny that when somebody is hitting that hard, EV, and this far, like back to back at bats, they locked in. He has 133. I don't think nobody gonna beat that. Goodman by far looked like the top choice so far. Let's see if we can get us a runner up, an extra option for the value. 97.7. 2 at bats, not looking at. I don't think I really seen nothing else I liked over here. Do anybody got a 10%? Maybe Moniak with a 10-13, with a 90-13. But again, don't force it. Really, the only one that stuck out was Hunter Goodman, that plus 480. What was the odds of Freeman? I just wanted to see it. Plus 1,000. Okay. And again, when you come back to this screen without the pitches taken out, he got a 95-20 in the last 15 at bats against righties alone. So that's already a plus. Then when we go in there and we actually get in more detail with specific pitches, his shit was higher. It's just, you can't overthink this. Antonio, he been ass. He's giving up 2.5 homers a game to righties. 8 of his 11 to righties. Again, in a home run friendlier park with the altitude, the ball carry is insane. Oh, Lindor hurt. Pete has been on a tear, y'all. I think he got 3 homers in the last 2 games. And again, 90 with a 20% barrel. With a 20% barrel. You cannot deny that. Soto, not so much. See if we can get us that right there. That's when I start looking down here at these last 9 at bats, see if it's like some super consistency there. No, so I guess I'm gonna just 300 for Pete Alonso. By the odds, they got Juan Soto like second best odds, but I didn't like the lower. He wasn't even at a 90 average exit velocity. So for me, it's gonna be Pete. And again, that's a good thing. Coming back here, Pete got a 91-24. It went up with the pitches. He already did some good numbers to the hand alone. And this pitcher has given up 8 homers to righties, 2.5 home runs a game on average. Home runs per 9 to righties. So that gives you more of a reason for Pete. Like Pete was just going crazy. Dodgers say it's probably easier here than it was there. So if Pete can keep that, if he stay hot, shit gonna get bad. Angels is another one, y'all. Angels is top 10 to left and right hand batters. Another home run friendly park. We start with Ward. Ward, he right there at 90-20 with a 27 average barrel percentage. That's great. And he right at 90. But let's see if we can get like some doubles. 93-13. 93-13. What are they going to get? A righty? Okay. Ward got to be number 1. They all kind of like mediocre to me, but this barrel percentage, anything over 20% is hard to deny. Second would have been, it's between Ohapi. I'm looking at these like more recent. And who was the other one? Adele. 400, 400, 400. Trout was, no, he wasn't up there. So definitely Taylor Ward. They don't got odds for him. Okay, so it's gonna be damn, who was it? Adele. So for me, it's Taylor Ward would be the first option. Adele will be my second. If you want that strong third, then it was O'Hoppe for sure. But I think I like the more recent in Adele's actual logs. He got like 2 in his last 6 at bats that was over 400. So that's where I'm going to be going. That's where I'm going to be taking my talents. All right, here we go. Now, what's up with this pitcher? Kyle Hendricks. He's giving up 11, 7 to righties, 4 to lefties. Again, he's averaging 2 home runs a game to righties in the home run per 9. Riley, since this is a right-hand pitcher, Riley will be batting left. He still is 98-20. And you can look at the logs. It's all consistent. It's all recent. So Riley, I like a Rosarina 94-13. Let's see if somebody can beat out a Rosarina, because I know none of them are gonna probably beat out Riley. He don't play, I know that for sure. Let me see something. Tell us. 90-13. Or 106, 99. Okay. I was looking between a Rosarina and Tellus. It's this. I told you, when I see a lot of green, I was trying to see who I wanted for that secondary. So, oh no. Never mind. That shit will never be played on my watch. I didn't know that was at 176, so that's automatically going to eliminate him. Rowdy is 450, a Rosarina 410. If I had to pick one, it's probably going to be Rowdy. A Rosarina right behind him. It was Kyle, but I'm sorry. I can't do that. Or probably a Rosarina, because in his more recent, he doing better, and that's where this dude is giving up 2 homers a game on average. So maybe a Rosarina would be my top, then Tellus right behind him. Kyle, yeah, but I don't know what you taking him for, because I can't touch that. Athletics. Everything about this game. This should be the number 1 game people are targeting today. Athletics, super home run friendly in that new smaller park they in temporarily. 80 mile an hour, 80-degree weather, perfect for carry. Double digits going out, even more perfect for carry. So you got a great ballpark, great weather, double-digit wins going out. It's just a given. And guess what? I can't even tell y'all who to take on Baltimore, because they don't have a pitcher. But we're going to go with Kremer right now, who's giving up 2 home runs a game to lefties, 10 home runs on the season, 7 to lefties. Okay. Out the gate. Hold on, let's start with the top. 94-13. So remember Rooker. Soderstrom, 94-33. Obviously, this is a high-ass barrel percentage. You can look down here, 400 here, 400 there. Wind going out. That's beautiful. Butler, 90-13. 93-20. This is better than Rooker. So, make sure. Okay, so first is Soderstrom. That's just the obvious. You see him bright green everywhere. Second would be, you can go Rooker. I'm going Langolier. 93-20. Looking at these logs, you got a lot over 100, 108, 106, 111, 400, 378, 322. Rooker got one that's over that 300 mark in the last 9 at bats. So yeah, for me, it's Soderstrom is the obvious, who has 12 homers against. He has 11 against righties. Langolier's with 8. So those are my 2 options. Soderstrom is 350. Langolier is not applicable, so they don't have his odds up yet. If he plays, that'll be my second option. If he don't, go Rooker. But for sure, like the number 1, Tyler Soderstrom. Sorry again, y'all. I can't give y'all what we looking at with the Orioles, because they don't have a pitcher that I can go against. Braves, Giants. So this is kind of like one of the ones that's like a crossroad. Giants have one of the 3 worst home parks to homer in, to lefties and righties. It's just not it's a pitcher friendly park. Not too much lead a park in that stadium. But it's 17 degree mile an hour going out. So it's kind of hard to deny that, knowing that. But again, that's where you weigh your options. You pay attention to like what pitchers they going against, who giving up a lot of whatever. But it's just not a home run friendly park. But it's hard to deny 17-mile-an-hour winds going out. That's going to carry the balls those extra feet, right? Spencer, he's given up 9 homers. All 9 have been to lefties, giving up 2 home runs per 9 on average. Hayden Birdsong, he's giving up 4. He equal a little under 1. We can just round 0.9 to 1. So that's like 1, right? Matt Chapman. Oh, no, let's start here. Adames. 96-13. That looked like our winner. Unless somebody 96 and you under 10. We don't even know if he's going to play. So I'm not going to even get my hopes up. So from what I've seen, I just went through that shit so fast. Ramos would be my first option. Look at the odds. This kind of tell you too. A person who got like 7 homers or 9 homers, both of these got 9 homers, 5-1 odds, 6-1 odds. That kind of tell you as well. For them to have those kind of odds, they're taking into account this terrible ballpark that's hard to hit homers in. But it still don't take away from what we see. If one of them get up under 1, and it's kind of like we seeing 2 righties, and he's giving up all his homers to lefties, but it wasn't a lefty that I liked. So take that with a grain of salt. I probably would pass up on both, seeing that he haven't given no homers to righties, and just knowing that the park is not home run friendly at all. Matt Olson, let's see. 98-20. That is beautiful. Let's come up here first. Let's see. Albies. Boom, boom. So Olson, 98-20. He got the barrel, but this is not it to be averaging. And again, I wouldn't think too hard into this because this probably be one of the last games I would look at if I was identifying players, just because the park ain't in my favor. So it's only I seen was Matt Olson, so at plus 430. So yeah, again, thank y'all again. I couldn't go live, my bad. But even when I can't, I'm gonna try my hardest to at least get these YouTube videos out. It take no time, y'all. Do me a solid. You know, I don't ask nobody for nothing. Same with Twitch. We go live every morning when I can. Sometimes Daddy Mode kick in. Just like, subscribe, turn the notifications on YouTube, because every live stream comes directly to YouTube after, because I understand that people have work, school, and sometimes people just learn at their own pace, where they want to play, pause, and write stuff down at their own pace, which I have no problem with. I'm here to help y'all. So, love y'all. Thank y'all for y'all time. I didn't forget about y'all. Oh, and speaking of which, yesterday was insane. Let's see if we can have another night like tonight. I know y'all come to my page and be like, thanks, Banner. The reads was on point. I take no credit. All I do is come, break down these slates with y'all, identify who in the best spots. It's still on them to go out there, but it's nothing better than when the data and the performance come together and do what we see that they've been doing. There's nothing better than that. So shout out to the players. But again, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Love y'all to death. See y'all tomorrow on stream. Let's cook.